They charged me with misdemeanor disorderly conduct, Miss Unfreed. That Haoli cop grabbed me by my neck, and we both fell over backwards. There were too many witnesses for them to make up a story, like they usually do with us native Hawaiians. But they let my buddy Woody get away, and that's all their Haoli cop buddies could talk about all night. So, where are we going, Miss Unfreed?
We are going to the office of the Woody and Sally Detective Agency. It's just a block away.
A block away from a police station? You two are a couple of brave Haolis.
I guess so.
Well, Ken, now do you fully understand what this job involves? Oh yes, absolutely. You are to introduce psychological and hopefully spiritual tension into the lives of drug pushers and drug dealers here on the island, in order to get them to abandon their illegal and damaging activities. You will not use violence of any kind. This is a very legally tricky and delicate operation we have going here, and is not without significant financial expenses. We have hired a private investigator to produce names for us, as you are aware, and we'll be hiring even more. Come to my office with me, Ken, and I will give you a list of specific guidelines you are to follow, plus the names of some potential leads. But first, I want you to do a special errand for me, Professor Ken. My assistant, Mrs. Eleanor Taylor, didn't come into work today, and she hasn't yet called in. So I want you to go up to her house and check on her, see if she's all right. Her house is not that far away, so it shouldn't take up much of your time. I will be more than happy to do that. Very good. Well, come to my office and I will give you the guidelines and Eleanor's address. Thank you for offering me this new position, Professor Thurston. I am eagerly looking forward to it. Things can get mighty boring around here at times. Yes, well, follow me.
So this is your office, Miss Unfreed.
Yes, Woody's and mine.
This is a very nice Haoli office, but it is very dark.
Dark? Why would you say that, Boyke?
Dark wood for the walls, Miss Unfreed. Boyke is like all native Hawaiians. We like the bright colors.
That's Joey's suitcase, there. He's here in Honolulu somewhere. And with Woody. I hope.
Woody, I think I should go over to here in Sally's detective office and see if Cousin Sally is there. The police have your detective business card, so they are going to check your office out pretty soon. And you don't want to call them on the phone, because they might already be there, and Sally might have to answer it. And they might trace the call. You know, like Chief Detective Steve Madeira does.
You are such a wonderfully bright young man. That is a terrific idea, Joey. Bring Sally Unfreed here to us.
Yes, that is a good idea, Joey. Can you find your way back down to our office?
Oh yeah, no problem. Woody.
Okay, Joey, but be careful. Remember, we have a lot of sightseeing to do together.
Flop over, linear distortion, and the hard sell.
Joey is a fine young man, very polite. He appears to have been brought up very well. He also seems extra curious and adventurous for his age.
Yes, he is. He has a lot of Sally Unfreed in him.
I'm looking forward to seeing them together, right here, in this living room, right in front of me. Detective Jackson.
Find yourself a live one, huh?
It is a horrible thing to lose a loved one, Mr. Jackson, especially a son. He was all that I had left after my husband died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My son was no drug pusher. Someone falsely implicated him as being part of the toll dirty business. He did not belong to it. He wouldn't be doing that. Not my son. Someone made a huge mistake. A huge, deadly mistake.
Just the wrong person at the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's right.
That was some very good timing on your part. Arriving at the bar when you did. I don't want to sound too insensitive when I ask you this, but how did you come to be so close to this case? How did you become involved in all of this?
So what's happening?
That can't be Joey already. Quick, Mr. Jackson, hide out in the next room and stay very quiet. It might be the police.
Well, hello there. Are you Mrs. Eleanor Taylor?
Yes, I am.
I'm Professor Kenneth Redmond. Our boss, Professor Thurston, sent me over to check on you. Apparently you didn't call in to report your absence.
I called into the university personnel office.
Well, are you going to invite me in, Mrs. Taylor?
Come on, in.
How about some more wine?
Even though we work in the same department, we have never met, fortunately. I just recently joined the faculty at the university, and I spent a lot of time doing field work, one might say. Getting out, meeting the public, especially all the young people out there, learning about the world outside of the university.
Is that right?
Yes, it feels good to get out and about. The university can be a very stuffy and boring place at times. Well, what do we got here? Looks like you had a little party.
No. I just made breakfast for my son and one of his friends.
Your son and a friend, huh?
That's right.
So are they still here? Your son and his friend?
No, they left this morning, right after breakfast.
Do you mind if I have a look around?
And look around? Yes, I do. Just what do you think you are supposed to be doing here, in my house, Mr. Redmond?
I'm checking in on you for the university, seeing if you're all right. And that's Professor Redmond to you.
I guess you could call it an admission fee. Maybe I'm not watching.
Well, well, look at what we got here.
Don't you see?
Are you hiding, Detective Jackson?
You should be the one hiding, Redmond.
Now, why would I want to do that?
You know why. You killed that poor girl in the restroom. And you took my business card writing a fake note implicating me.
Detective Jackson, I really do not know what the hell you're talking about. I killed a girl in a restroom? A fake note?
I got a witness who'll back me up. Little Joey says he saw you go in.
Little Joey saw Professor Redmond do all of this.
And how do you know so goddamn much about the professors? And how does Ken here know you?
She works for the professors at the university, Detective Woody Jackson. The same ones who hired you to do your investigation. Haven't you figured that out yet, Detective?
The only thing I need to figure out here, Redmond, is why you killed that girl. And then calmly walk out the door and drive away in your car. Maybe it's because that Sally told me you are a psychopath. Or worse than that, a homicidal psychopath.
A psychopath?
Yes, a homicidal psychopath.
Well, Detective Jackson, if I'm a homicidal psychopath, then this should come as no surprise to you.
No, stop it. The police will come.
I'm sure glad you guys showed up when you did.
You can rely on me, Woody.
This is one bad Haley, Mr. Jackson. Maybe we should call the police in on this.
We cannot call the police. We all have too much to lose if the police come here. The professors at the university will find out about us. And so might the big Hawaiian drug syndicates out there.
And maybe those white guys with the spears, too. So, who are you?
This is the lady who saved me and Woody at the bar. Her son was pushed off a cliff.
Your son? That was your son? And who are those white guys that came to my house? The ones Boyke chased away.
They were friends of my son. They helped me track down you, and Woody, and your cousin Joey there. We knew you were in trouble.
In trouble? In trouble with who?
With the professors at the university, for starters. You knew too much, not only about my son's death, but about this man lying on the floor. Here.
That's Psycho Professor Ken. He killed Carl.
He killed Carl? The kid who was part of our investigation?
Yeah. He even used a nursery rhyme to say to me he was planning to kill Jill. I told Jill about the light, and now she's dead. And now he was trying to kill you too, Woody.
Yeah, Sally. He's a worse psychopath than you thought.
Woody, I don't know.
Was Jill the girl who came in with this Professor Ken guy? You know, Woody, I can go back to the bar and search for clues. He left his pen on the table. I saw it. Maybe the police missed it.
He's starting to wake up. Should I hit him again, Miss Unfreed?
I guess so.
No. Let him come too. We'll get the truth out of him. He won't be able to lie to all of us.
Does he know about the white guys with spears? I'll ask him about that.
I don't know what came over me.
Ken, you crazy mother.
I tried to strangle you, Detective Jackson. I lost my cool completely. I am very, very sorry. Hey, big guy, you saved us both.
I would have hit you again, but the lady here stopped me.
Should have hit me again. I deserved it.
We needed you awake. You have a lot of explaining to do, Professor Edmund.
That's for sure.
Woody there says I killed my friend Jill in the bar, and that I used his business card, somehow.
You went into the restroom after her. I saw you. You wrote something on the card, and you left your pen on the table.
I saw you go in there too.
My memory's a little fuzzy about this, but I recall seeing someone else come out before I went in.
I didn't see anyone.
Don't listen to anything he says.
He is right, Detective Woody. The lady went in and then some white Hayali came out and sat back down at his booth.
That's right. I gave the business card to Jill, but I didn't write anything on it. I came out and I went to my car to get something, and then I heard all the commotion. Woody said I shouldn't let anyone know that I know him, so I left. I realize this sounds very, very cowardly of me, but that's what happened. And what about that guy who came out? Did anyone talk to him?
He ran out with his girlfriend. When Boyke got in a fight with the police.
Yes, they almost ran me over.
Yeah, well, what about Carl? You killed him.
I didn't kill Carl. We were like brothers. Don't you see what's going on here? I was set up. There are sinister forces out there in the drug business, and they set this all up to discredit me and the professors.
Well, maybe.
Is that all you have to say? Sally Unfreed. Well, maybe.
I know what we can do to clear this up. We should go talk to Kanaloa.
Kanaloa?
No one here has heard of Kanaloa?
The Hawaiian god Kanaloa? I've heard of him.
No, little guy, that's Mr. Kanaloa. He was the field man for the professors. He was their connection with what is going on out there in the underworld of the drug business. I took over his job, but I have only a fraction of his knowledge. If anyone would know who could be behind all this, who would be setting me up with these murders, it would be him. Look, I will be putting myself on the line here. If he doesn't support me, then he will have to believe that I committed these murders.
We need to get to the truth. We need to find out who the real murderer is.
Yeah.
So where is this Kanaloa?
I know where he hides out. I'll take you there.
Hides out?
Yes, like I said. He knows a lot.
Sally, I need you to follow through and investigate everything that was going on here. I won't be able to do anything.
Okay, Woody. I guess I can do that. We will go out there and talk to this Mr. Kanaloa. Boy Key, you should come with us.
Yes, Miss Unfreed. Don't worry, Detective Jackson. Miss Sally will be safe with me.
Okay, Boki. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Don't let her out of your sight.
I bet the Kanaloa guy was one of those white guys with spitters. Ken didn't even know who the original god Kanaloa was. That he was part of the 4 big Hawaiian gods. Kane, Ku, Lono, and Kanaloa. I bet he didn't know either about Namaka, the goddess of the sea, or Hi'iaka, the goddess of lightning, or Pele, the goddess of the volcano.
You are such a knowledgeable, educated young man, Joey. Much more so than that cousin of yours, Sally Unfreed. So, Detective Jackson, what are your plans now? You are welcome to stay here as long as you need to.
I need to get the money that the professors owed me. Ken will no longer be delivering any checks.
I can get the money for you, Woody.
How you gonna do that, Joey?
I might tell them that I know who Kanaloa was, and that he worked for them. But first, I'll just tell them that they signed a contract for services with Woody and Sally Detective Agency, and that I'm Sally's cousin, and my dad works for a big city law firm, and that I know a lot about filing lawsuits for breach of contract and stuff like that.
Okay, that might work.
It'll work, Woody. Or else, I'll just think of something else.
The university campus is just a few blocks down the hill. Look for the main lecture hall. The professor's name is Thurston. If he's not there, he will be in his office right next to it.
Joey, we're gonna need to hold back on our tourist adventures for now.
That's okay, Woody. This detective stuff is a lot more fun.
Well, young man, you were very convincing. So why didn't Detective Jackson come in here on his own?
He's busy. He got a job playing a character in that Hawaii Five-0 TV show.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, good for him. But come on, Woody.
What can I do for you? But first you need to introduce yourselves.
My name is Sally Unfreed. I am a licensed private investigator with the Woody and Sally Detective Agency. This is Professor Kenneth Redmond, and this is Boyd Key.
I can't say that I am familiar with any of you. How did you find your way here?
Professor Ken here said he knew where your hideout was.
We are not hiding out.
Professor Ken also said that he took over your old job with the professors at
I
the...
do not want to know what Professor Ken says. But tell me, Private Investigator Sally Unfreed, why did you come here, to my so-called hideout?
to see if you know who is behind the murders of my friends, Carl and Jill.
Unfortunately, I have heard of these murders. One can conclude that if you thought I or my men were the murderers, then you would have never come. Do not worry, you are safe. Kanaloa does not commit murder. Why did you come to these islands originally, Sally Unfreed?
My associate Woody Jackson and I, and a lady named Emily, came to the islands to rescue her people, the bird people.
The bird people? Well, please tell me more.
We came to rescue them from their internment and their prison.
Did you succeed in this rescue?
Yes, with all but one. A little girl. A beautiful, bright girl. A beautiful, bright light.
So you failed her.
I guess I did.
as you did with this Jill and Carl.
Yes, especially Jill.
So, Detective Sally Unfried, if you want to find these murderers, then perhaps you should look no further than anyone who stands beside you. Look no further than yourself. Darkness is everywhere in the world, and we are all the spreaders of this darkness, even those who are searching for the light. Even you, Sally Unfried. We are in a perpetual battle, a battle between the light and the darkness. Organized religions are in a battle for the souls of all the people affected by this darkness. Why they even murder in the name of bringing these lost dark souls to their side, to their religion. It is happening everywhere, now, and throughout history. Kanaloa has lived this, and he accepts this. He accepts this as an unending but necessary battle, a battle he is willing to fight. Kanaloa and my men here are believers in the original Hawaiian gods, the four major gods, even the lesser gods, and the goddesses. For us, they are real. They are the true source of light. I welcome you and your friends to come to my rally tomorrow at the Iolani Palace grounds. I will be speaking there, not only to native Hawaiians, to all people of the Hawaiian Islands.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Kanaloa would have me clubbed to death because of my belief in the Eo god.
I was instructed by the professors to go to Waikiki Beach as part of my new field duties. If I don't follow through, then it will only set off alarms. This is my first day on the job, so they might have someone checking up on me. Give me a couple hours there, then come back for me. I won't run off and hide. I have professional obligations to my students, and besides, there's no place to hide on the island of Oahu.
I guess it will be all right.
Is this the best thing to do, Miss Unfried?
Follow them. That Sally and Boki are even dumber than that idiot Carl was.
What happened? Cousin Sally?
Not much.
Well, that figures.
Eleanor, can't you stay off Sally's case for a bit?
What happened to Ken? Did he escape?
No, he said he needed to go to Waikiki Beach as part of his duties with the professors, and if he didn't show up, then it would raise alarms. And there might be some of the professor's people there checking up on him.
Okay, Sally? That may have been the smart thing to do. We don't want to raise alarms with the professors.
Kanaloa said he didn't do it. He said Sally's friend died because of the darkness out there. And Miss Sally is a part of this darkness.
He said that.
We need to drive back to Waikiki Beach and pick up Professor Ken.
I should go with you, Cousin Sally. We need to spot and mark anybody who might be connected with the professors. That's how we will find the murders. Woody can't go, but I can. I can be good at stuff like that.
I think that is a good idea, Joey. We could use a good detective on this case.
I wanted to get back to the laid-back Hawaiian lifestyle for a change and show Joey some of the tourist sites he wanted to see. I was having the best time I've had in a long time. Now it's all gone haywire. Now everything is turning bad again. And I'm beginning to wonder about Sally too.
I think I spotted one of the professor's people. We should put a tail on him. They got to be the murderers, since Kanaloa and his pikemen didn't do it.
Now you're thinking, kid.
We need to take Ken back with us now. Miss Unfreed.
Ken, do you remember what you said to me on the beach with Jill yesterday? You said you could see rays of light coming off me. What did you mean by that?
Well, Sally, my girl, I'll have to explain all that to you later and in detail. How about tomorrow at Kanaloa's rally? Right now, me and little Joey here are gonna do some private investigation legwork. Come on, Joey, you're the detective in charge now. Let's go find those killers.
Yeah, let's go find the killers.
We have made a big mistake here, Miss Unfreed. That is one bad Heali.
Ken said he saw a light in me.
Do you think the professor's men came here?
No, Joey, but if we can get in there and get that pen, then I'll be able to prove my innocence. They can compare the ink in the pen with the ink on the card. They can compare the handwriting.
They don't need that pen to compare the handwriting. They just need a sample of your handwriting.
Come on, kid, let's go to the back alley and see if we can get in from there.
I don't know about this, Professor Ken. Isn't it against the law to break into a crime scene investigation?
Go back there, Joey. You know, kid, one of the hazards of being in the private eye business is that sometimes you end up knowing too much.
Sally, how could you do that? Leave Joey alone with Ken? What were you thinking?
I don't know, Woody.
Maybe you should get off Sally's case for a bit now, Woodrow. Jackson, can't you see that Sally is under great stress? She knows she made a mistake and may have lost little Joey. But most of us eventually lose the ones we love. And it can be a difficult pain to endure. Isn't that right, Sally? Don't you feel that pain now?
Yes, I do.
Sit down with me here, Sally. It is time for us to unite together in our sorrow. Let us be friends.
Detective Jackson, I will go back down to Waikiki Beach. Boyke will do his native Hawaiian best to find them. No one disappears on my island.
Okay, Boki. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Woody, what happened to me in that fire in Chinatown?
I really don't know what happened to you in the fire in Chinatown, Sally. Only you know that for certain.
What the hell do you need a prison for? Chan, you're not only a con man, you're a sicko con man, a weirdo, sicko, con man. And besides that, your flower shop sucks. Well, I'm done investigating. It's time to head back out of here. Oh no, it's a fire. How did that get started? Oh shit. Maybe there is a way out. Down at the end there. There might be a secret door. These places always have secret doors. Woody, where are you? Oh, no. Oh shit. Woody, help me. Don't let me run. Woody, don't let me run. Woody, help me. Woody? 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 Hi, Boy Key, what happened?
I could not find them. Boy Key has failed you. If we go to that rally tomorrow, maybe they will show up.
I suppose we should do that.
Boy Key believes that the god, Io, is watching, and he will return little Joey to us. Where is Miss Eleanor?
Eleanor went out to do some groceries and some errands.
All will be at Kanaloa's rally tomorrow, and I will be sure to bring Woody to it. Make certain that the police are there, and you can get a whole bunch of them. But leave it, Sally, unfreed. For me.
Woody Jackson is a wanted criminal. The orders will be that he and his Hawaiian friend are armed and dangerous, so shoot to kill. They will turn Kanaloa's rally into chaos.
Joey is a smart little Hawaiian kid. He will turn up. The god, Io, will be with little Joey.
Yes, at the rally tomorrow. He will turn up.
I only wanted to find the light. That beautiful, bright light. Kanaloa was right. I only ended up leading my friends, Carl and Jill, into the darkness. And now, my cousin little Joey. I am leading everyone into that darkness.
That Kanaloa sure does like those bright colors. You are not wearing a costume, Detective Jackson?
No costumes for me. You can't even get me dressed up for Halloween.
Stay close to me, Sally. We will find little cousin Joey together. We will find your bright light.
Okay. Thank you, Eleanor.
And what a more beautiful and more suitable place to hold this rally than here on the grounds of the Iolani Palace. its 4 corner towers and its 2 in the center rise to a height of 76 feet. The palace was completed in November 1882 at a cost of $340,000.
That man is showing everyone a picture of Joey. Why is he doing that? Where did he get it?
He is most likely a Honolulu detective. Don't say anything to him, Sally. If Joey is here, then talking to him will only endanger all of us. Let me take care of the situation here, Sally. I will find little Joey for you. You are in no condition to handle this.
You are probably right, Eleanor.
See nowhere else in the world. Its unique style is known as American Florentine. On the first floor, a grand hall faces a structure of koa wood. Ornamental plaster decorates the interior. The throne room, the blue meeting room, and the dining room adjoin the grand hall. Upstairs were the private library and the bedrooms from the Hawaiian monarchs. It had electricity and telephones even before the American White House had them. But through more than 70 years as a functional but neglected government building, the palace fell into disrepair.
Mr. Kanaloa seems like a very sincere individual. I would like very much to hear what he has to say about the ancient Hawaiian gods.
I don't give a crap about what he has to say about his ancient Hawaiian gods, or anybody's gods.
The area was culturally significant as a seat of government for many reasons. Most importantly, as a symbol that bridged the ancient 700-year-old history of the Hawaiian Islands with the new Hawaiian monarchy of the 1800s. Now I'd like to say that this rally here today is not about this palace, or is not about me. My name is Mr. Kanaloa, by the way. It is not specifically about the ancient Hawaiian gods or religion, or celebration of any kind. This is a rally for the descendants of the ancient native Hawaiian people, the people who originally discovered and populated these beautiful islands 700 years ago. So how are the descendants of the original native Hawaiians doing today? These descendants of the once great Hawaiian kings? Well, they now make up 50% of Hawaii's prison population and 30% of Hawaii's homeless. This disdain for the native Hawaiians and their culture began with the arrival of the Christian missionaries in 1820. They saw all Hawaiians as savages as well as sinners. They saw the past 40 years of contact with white people as only deepening this depravity. From the day they landed on the Hawaiian shore, the missionaries preached the gospel as the civilizing instrument of the native Hawaiian people. And soon they thought the Hawaiian civilization would be a Christian civilization. As much as they like to describe themselves as humble servants of the Prince of Peace, they humbled themselves only before God, and they came to the Hawaiian Islands prepared for war. Far outnumbered, they clothed themselves in their own sense of invulnerable self-righteousness and convinced themselves that against the truth, no enemy, no matter how powerful or highborn, could stand against it. Their minds were teeming with the images of struggle and violence in which their beloved Bible abounded. The heathen Hawaiians must die to sin and be reborn in Christ, and God would glory in the spiritual slaughter of the wicked. And so, what else did these missionaries bring with them? Well, they brought American imperialism and market economic values, which by the end of the 1800s resulted in white men owning 4 acres of land for every one owned by a native, including the Hawaiian chiefs. Native Hawaiians lost their lives to infectious diseases. They lost their numbers to an influx of foreign workers. They lost their leaders to lazy self-indulgence. And finally, they lost their independence. Above all, and most importantly, they lost their reason for living when their ancient mythic religion fell to Christianity and their ancient system of compose were abolished. Kanaloa is here to bring the ancient Hawaiian gods back into the consciousness of the native Hawaiians and to all people. Not the distorted images of God created by white Christians, but the mythic gods who created the earth, the sea, and the sky, who could change form into animal or plant, stone or fog. Native Hawaiians created gods that explained all the new natural wonders they found in the Hawaiian Islands. Gods who existed on snow-capped mountains or in the moon, heroes who captured the sun or broke the mighty surf into harmless waves. They created the goddesses of fire and lightning and a feisty yet beautiful goddess of the volcano. Hawaiians lived in constant awareness of the presence of these gods, and these gods gave the high-ranking chiefs their power and prestige through a system of sacred rituals called kapos. These kapos pervaded all aspects of native Hawaiian life: politics, religious worship, marriage, landholding, the cultivating and eating of food, even playing. It was a fixed principle, always there, just as shadow was part of a sunlit day. To step into the shadow, into the darkness, to violate the kapos, even accidentally, was to forfeit the right to live. Bring them forward.
Oh no, it's Joey. Someone do something.
Let me handle this, Sally.
Woody, Woiki, do something.
Standing before me is someone who has violated these ancient kapos, who has stepped into the darkness, and doing so has forfeited his right to live. The Christian God has failed to punish this person. Kanaloa, with his spiritual powers, will not. This person has violated the kapos and stepped too far into the darkness. There will be no trial, no probation, no compassion. This person has caused his own death. Take hold of Professor Kenneth Redmond and club him to death. Come near me and I'll cut his throat. We are leaving. If you follow me, I will kill him.
No.
Oh, shit. Come on, kid, don't pull any funny stuff. And do what I say. If you want to live, run. Run!
Do not worry, Sally. Joey will be fine. I know how to handle these pathetic, small-minded people.
I will rescue Joey for you, and Miss Sally. The God Yo is watching over us.
Everyone stay calm. Do not panic. Kanaloa will take care of this unexpected situation.
We use Kanaloa's van over there to get out of here.
So where are we going? Back to the tavern to get your pin.
Don't get smart, kid. You're in no position for that now.
I was just asking. Do you got the keys?
If I can't get it started, then I'll force one of Kanaloa's pikemen idiots to drive us away from here. They will be here shortly. You heard the loudspeaker. They will take care of this unexpected situation. A bunch of morons. Didn't they expect me to try to escape?
Put down the knife.
Are you a Honolulu detective? You arrived just in time. That Kanaloa guy was going to kill me and little Joey here. I saved his life.
He's a liar.
All right. Put down the knife, sir, and we will sort this out. Just drop your knife. Are you okay, young man?
Not really.
Detective, my name is Professor Kenneth Redmond from the University of Hawaii. Let me explain to you what is going on here. Holy Christ! Wow, I didn't expect that. Mrs. Taylor, let me explain my situation here. The professors at the university instructed me...
Shut up. No more from you, Kenneth Redmond. I've known who you were, right from the beginning. You're a con man. 3 years in federal prison for conning some poor church out of their members' money. And then, apparently, you decided to move up to a serial killer.
Well, your professor friends were just too easy, and I got bored.
Shut up.
Fuck you, bitch.
Come on, Joey. Let me get you out of here.
Where are you taking me? Who are you? Are you for real?
You're in shock now, little Joey dear. Let me give you this to help you calm down.
I don't need to calm down. You need to calm down. What is that? Are you giving me drugs? My mom won't like that. And Sally's father will blow a head gas. Get.
Kanaloa? Help me get him into your van. You will take us to your hideout. If you don't help me, then I will tell the police that you did all of this. I've heard stories about when some people go to Kanaloa's hideout, they are never heard from again. I suppose I can thank Kenneth Redmond for showing Sally Unfreed how to get there.
Detective Jackson. Detective Woody. Professor Redmond is dead. It looked like Miss Eleanor killed him.
She killed Ken? That's a surprise, but it's not exactly bad news.
But Eleanor and Kanaloa's men took little Joey and put him in their van and drove away. They are going to Kanaloa's hideout. Boyke is certain of this.
Oh, she's trying to get to Sally, and Joey is the bait. Eleanor, you're more of a psychopath than Ken was. There's nothing left for us to do but go after them.
Come forward, Sally Unfreed. Don't be shy. You too, Detective Jackson. But you can stand to the side over there, next to Mr. Kanaloa. Mr. Boyke, you can stay back. Make sure that he stays back. Well, Sally Unfreed, I did know you would follow us here. But did you actually think you were going to rescue your little cousin, Joey?
Let Joey go.
Maybe you might want to rephrase your request. You are so stupid, Sally Unfreed. You and your stupid little detective agency. Have you ever considered the harm that the Woody and Sally Detective Agency has created?
Yes, I have created darkness.
You are so right about that, Sally Unfreed. I could not have said it better. But let me explain to everyone standing here the details of exactly what you did. You drove my son off a cliff to his death. It was not Mr. Kanaloa and his pikemen here. It was you. My son Jack would have never been put into a life and death situation if it hadn't been for you. If you hadn't infiltrated, befriended, and then betrayed your friends.
Yes, I betrayed my friends.
Don't listen to her, Miss Unfreed.
Shut up, or I will have one of Kanaloa's pikemen put a spear through your head. My son, and I had a good thing going. Because of what I had learned about the drug business while I worked for the professors of the university.
Darkness.
Shut up. Don't interrupt my speech. While I worked for the professors at the university, I was able to keep Jack out of harm's way. I could tell him where it was safe to go and who to stay away from. We were making good money. Money that I needed after my husband passed away. But you came along, and destroyed everything. And now I will destroy everything for you. Sally Unfreed. Don't believe them when they talk to you about the destructive powers of the gods. I don't give a crap about the gods. They're silly. Gods. The power of a mother to avenge the death of her son is stronger than the powers of any god. All here will witness this power. A mother's power. My power.
What's going on here? What's happening to me? Sally?
Here, a little souvenir for you, Sally Unfreed. Joey's rose-colored glasses. Give them to his mother for me.
Woody, Joey is hanging on the edge. Grab him.
Keep hold of the detective, Kanaloa. Little Joey cannot hang on forever. Spear that man. So how do you feel now, Detective Sally Unfreed? Do you wish to interrupt? Go ahead and interrupt me, if it makes you feel better. Your killing Joey was safe this time, but only this time. He will never be completely safe. Do you think you can keep him safe from me, forever? From anyone? You, and your pathetic detective agency. Do you think there's any god out there who can keep him safe from the darkness you have created? A Christian god. A Tahitian god. The god. You? Do you think?
Sally!
Detective Sally Unfreed is no longer here to answer your questions. Sally Unfreed has been transformed. Transformed by fire and by you, Eleanor Taylor. You have shown Sally Unfreed what her true destiny has always been, from the day her mother brought her into the light. She is the goddess Pele, the goddess of the volcano. And you have made the newly reborn goddess of the volcano, Pele, very angry. Very, very angry. So, Pele will now interrupt.
I got you here today to inform you that I've decided to abandon our noble efforts to bring Christ into the lives of the drug users and pushers here on the island. Let me clarify that. We are abandoning our efforts to infiltrate their ranks with the use of undercover detectives. From here on, our approach will be much more conservative, much more straightforward and open. It seems that we have encountered some opposition to our efforts, and we have produced some unforeseen consequences. So it is time to put this entire episode aside and move on to other challenges. I have decided to begin a new lecture series on Hawaiian mythology. I plan to go to work on it as soon as my assistant Eleanor Taylor returns. Yes, I realize that a lecture like this sounds rather odd considering my field of study, but there is apparently a strong interest in the subject, and this is a why, as you well know. We all realize that stories of mythological Hawaiian gods are fundamentally exaggerated tales that parents tell their children. But we must consider that some entrepreneurs are interested in this subject as a way to enhance their tourist business here on the island. These children's stories add to the Hawaiian mystique and to their profits. You know, as a kid, I was fascinated by movies about Greek and Roman gods. I even had a lunchbox with a picture of Steve Reeves Sampson on it. But this course is no threat to Christianity or to our mission here at the university. My course, in fact, will expose the obvious childishness of it all. When my students leave the lecture hall, I'll have them laughing at the notions of the gods Kane, Ku, Lono, and Kanaloa, or Namaka, the goddess of the sea, or Hi'iaka, the goddess of lightning, or Pele, the goddess of volcano. As for any resurgence of interest in the god Io, it will never take hold among the native Hawaiians on the islands. That religion has no spokesman, no missionaries, it has no religious leaders.
You know, Woody, I told you about the drug Mrs. Taylor gave me with her needle. I wonder where she got it. Where do you think she got it, Boyki?
There are many places to find drugs here in Hawaii.
I wonder what kind of drug it was. I bet Sally would know.
Sally is the volcano goddess, Pele.
She is the volcano goddess Pele. Now, Joey.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep thinking that what I saw wasn't for real. Hey Woody, I've been thinking. You're going to have to change the name of your detective agency.
Well, I don't think we can call it the Woody and Sally Detective Agency anymore. Woody and the Volcano Goddess Pele Detective Agency? That's a little too long.
How about just the Woody and the Hawaiian Goddess Detective Agency?
I don't think that's gonna work either, Joey.
What do you think the new name should be, Boyki?
Boyki would like any name that Woody chooses.
You know, Woody, you should hire a big Hawaiian guy for your detective agency, like in Hawaii 5-0. I think you should hire Boyki and make him a private detective with a license and everything. He's a big Hawaiian guy.
What do you think, Boki? Interested?
Boyki would be proud to work for Detective Woody, and also for the Hawaiian volcano goddess Pele. The god Io is the god of love. He would not object.
I think you should hire me too, Woody. I can do detective work. No problem.
I can't make you a partner, Joey. At least not yet.
Someday, maybe. Huh? Woody?
You'll need to ask your parents first.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. But someday, I'm going to be the best, most famous police detective in all of Hawaii. Just like Steve McGarrett. You can count on that.
Book 'em, Joey.
Yeah, book 'em. Woody.